Welcome back to another video. Today we're showcasing my new 89 single cab Toyota pickup 5-speed 22 RE. Just picked this up a couple days ago. Runs and drive. Give you guys a little quick update what I've done so far. Went ahead and cleaned the inside, vacuumed it, threw some of the trash away, and then I went ahead and swapped out the wheels and tires. These are 235 85 16. These are pretty much free tires and wheels that I got off of that purple Tacoma. Quick update, purple Tacoma has been parted out already. She's already been sent to the crushers. So I still had these tires and wheels set up. I was trying to sell them. They weren't selling, so I figured I'd throw them on. They got tons of tread. Runs really good, so we're gonna run with this setup. It's pretty much a 235 85 16. It's pretty much like a 31-inch tire. So I did that. I took off the toolbox, and then I still have to clean some of this mess that was here. My trash can was full. I was debating on removing those side steps, but then I crawl under and they're actually welded on, so we're just gonna leave them the way they are. This bottom piece is making a little bit of noise, so we'll go ahead and remove this. Or maybe we'll just leave the way it is. It does still have the exhaust leak. I haven't got to that yet. It was missing a door, so I put a spare one on. It doesn't have a key, but you can kind of squeeze it in there, so that's good enough, guys. Mud flap was like right here, so I just went ahead and bend this back. I showed you guys the rust already, right there. Like I said, guys, this is gonna be my rust bucket. We're expected to get a volcano that's gonna explode soon, Mount Spur. You guys can Google it. I think it's gonna happen this year. So when that happens, this is what I'm gonna be driving, because I don't want to drive. I don't want to drive Black Yoda, and I don't want to drive my Chevy truck during that volcano because of all that dust. So we're gonna put my nice trucks away, and we're gonna take out the trusty 22 RE out, and we'll be using this as our video, as our storm chaser. Dude, I love it, man. This thing is exactly what I wanted. Beat up, rusty, don't worry about that. Has a spare tire, we'll take that out. I haven't done the fluids yet. Like I said, I've been super busy. Literally just bought this truck, so once I get time, we'll change the oil and all that fun stuff. This truck came with a half bottle of coolant, so I went ahead and topped it off because the radiator was kind of empty. But we'll go ahead and change all the oil. I haven't changed the oil yet. The oil is super dirty. We'll go ahead and change the oil, do all that stuff. CV axles or boots are ripped, so we'll most likely need to replace that. But again, we don't need to yet because, like I said, we're not gonna be using four-wheel drive for the most part. Front brakes still have plenty of brake pad left and plenty of tread, so we're not gonna worry about that. I might change out these wiper arms to the J-hook style, just for the heck of it. But other than that, nothing really. This piece was missing when I bought it. They had a string tied to the lever, and you had to pull the string. So now it works fine. I still have to fix the hinge. So the hinge over here is just loose or something. I think it's worn out. So I got plenty of those. So we'll go ahead and switch that, because when you close it, it doesn't line up. You have to kind of give it a lift like that. So I want to fix that hinge because that's kind of annoying. Then did a little bit of vacuum, left some of the tools in here, took out the rubber floor mats. I just found out that the cab right here on the bottom floor panel, it's all rusted. I was just gonna remove the carpet, but now that it's rusted and there's literally like a hole in there, we'll just leave the carpet the way it is. Other than that, that's pretty much it. Has nice cold heat or nice hot heat. I still have to fix that door. For some reason, you can't unlock it. You have to unlock it from the outside, and while the key is in the unlock position, then you have to pull this up to open it, and then once you close it, it locks again. So you have to keep doing that. So I think for that passenger door, I might have to disassemble that, or I might leave it the way it is, because like I said, I don't really carry too much people. If I do carry anybody, they can just go through this way. Other than that, it just needs a quick wipe down. Didn't really wipe it down yet, so it's still kind of dirty. Had 213,000 miles. The thermostat is kind of funky because right now when it's fully heated up, it won't go past that. It just stays like right there. So I think I need to replace that thermostat or the switch. So the other thing I did when I went to go look at this truck, the battery was loose. I went ahead and tightened that J-hook. The battery was also dead when I went to go look at it. I had to jump it, and then I think it was just on a low charge. So I've been letting this truck idle on my driveway for about 30 minutes, and I think it's holding up the charge. So I think we should be good on the battery. Hopefully we don't have to replace it. I do have an EGR kit that was locally made by my buddies, so we're gonna do a 22 EGR delete just to make this engine more simpler. It still has the original radiator, so we'll go ahead and change out the coolant and reflush that. I checked the air filter. Air filter wasn't super dirty, so I just went ahead and shake it to clean all the existing dust, and we'll just run that. But again, all the fluid will need to be changed. The clutch pedal kind of feels weird, so I think I need to bleed it again. Or I haven't bled it yet, but we'll go ahead and bleed it. We'll probably go ahead and just flush out the brake fluids. These are all new because you can tell they're new. When I went to go look at this truck, the cylinder 4, the spark plug was barely in there because I can tell it was loose. And when I turned that boot, I can pretty much take out that spark plug. I went ahead and screwed that when I went to look at it, and then when I got it home, it got loose again. So I went ahead and took out all my spark plug. All the spark plugs are still in good condition. So I think the past owner installed them, but they probably did like they probably didn't tighten it down because all these 3 were pretty loose as well. They weren't torqued to spec. So all the spark plugs were good. And then while I had them out, I did a compression check. All the compression on 1, 2, 3, 4, they are all over 170. 170 through 185, which is good. So this is a healthy motor. Like I said, it just has a exhaust leak right here. I can hear it and I can feel it, and also it's missing the exhaust nut, so I know it's leaking right there. The alternator was replaced back in 2020 because I have a receipt from the past owner. But then other than that, we're not going to be doing nothing too much. The valve cover doesn't even look like it's leaking any oil. This is just all old oil, so we'll probably just leave it the way it is unless we really need to get in there. But my goal is to do EGR delete, oil change, coolant flush, and that's pretty much it for this engine. I did notice a nut missing on the intake right here, so we'll probably get a replacement, and then that's pretty much it. This 80 amp fuse, this 80 amp fuse is supposed to look like this. It's supposed to have a glass cover on top of it, so I might try to find a glass cover and cover it, or I might just replace this piece. You just have to unbolt the fuse box and get it from the bottom. And other than that, it does have the remote start, which I don't like it because I don't want to use it. So I might try to delete the remote start because if you want to use the remote start, you have to leave it in neutral, pull the e-brake a little bit. The e-brake doesn't work on this truck, but then the owner, he showed me how to do it, but then I wasn't really a fan of it. Other than that, it looks good. It doesn't really rub on the front here, so we'll just leave that the way it is. All the tire rods, everything looked pretty decent. That one is actually a rip right there, but again, we're gonna keep this truck cheap and just reliable. It has the the front sway bar. We'll go ahead and delete the front sway bar as well. So that's pretty much it, guys. We're gonna keep this rust bucket just a cheap old rusty truck on those days where I don't want to drive my nice truck. I wish all the wheels were this style. Like I said, 3 of them are that style, and then 1 of them is this style. They're all 16x7, so it doesn't affect or anything like that. But the main thing is that we have tons of life. This is the Mastercraft Corsa CXT, which is their all-terrain. And it was a bit snowy this morning, and I think it drove pretty fine when I took it for a test drive. But everything works good, guys. Lights works good. All the lights work and such. Like I said, stuff like this I'm not going to replace. We're just going to leave it the way they are. It's just an old Toyota truck. Like I said, just keep it running, change all the fluid, and it should last a good amount of time. Even the ball joints and upper ball joints, we're not going to mess with that. I would like to redo the I would like to rebuild the ASIN manual hubs because they're kind of hard to unlock and free. I had to use a gripper tool to turn it, so that will need a little quick rebuild. Probably just needs to be cleaned out, re-greased and such. The grill's broken, but again, like I said, guys, we are not worried about any of that stuff. Turn signal lens is broken, but again, we ain't worried about that. Like I said, the main goal for this is to keep it cheap, rusty, original, and just reliable. If it ain't super broken, we ain't gonna fix it. Like I said, the mindset behind this truck is, I watch all those mechanic videos of Pakistan, India, all those people that work on the side of the road with very limited tools in those third world country, and that's kind of what inspired me to have a truck like that. We're gonna use this thing as much as possible. For example, if I was gonna repack these bearings, I would probably put new ones even when these are still good if I was to clean them. But if in this case, the mindset is that reuse it until it's completely broken and you can't use it anymore. has probably it probably has like an oil pan leak. But again, we aren't worried about that, guys. A little bit oil leak here and there is not gonna hurt it. It's just gonna keep it running. And man, this truck really looks good. I love the color. If it wasn't rusted and if it was in good condition, this color is really, really beautiful. So with that being said, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will be doing more things to this truck right now. Like I said, all the maintenance and stuff like that, all the fluid change, all the EGR delete and stuff like that. I'll definitely keep you guys posted on it. But at this time right now, I have a 3.4 engine that's torn apart in my garage that is currently getting rebuilt. So that's the reason why I'm not really doing anything to this thing right now. I just want to drive it. I drove it up to 65 miles an hour, got it up to speed just to see how it is. And like I said, it drives great, it drives straight, it brakes fine. Just needs that exhaust leak to be fixed because it's so loud and it's leaking. If you guys know anything about 22RE, as soon as you get an exhaust leak or anything like that, you're gonna lose a lot of power. So make sure you get those exhaust leaks fixed, guys. And I also would like to change out that thermostat because I think that thermostat is causing that inaccurate temperature reading on this truck. But on that, she runs amazing. Hope you guys enjoy it. I'll see you guys next time. Much love.